Hey guys, it's Brian. Today I wanted to do a video just talking about different cushions for your wheelchair. There's different people that have different preferences. I just wanted to share mine and kind of go over the different options that you have. The one that I actually use is a ROHO cushion. It's air-filled in the back, and this is called a hybrid cushion because it's air-filled in the back, but it's solid up front, kind of like a J cushion would be. I like this because it gives me a lot of stability when I'm transferring. When I'm pushing down on the front end, I feel like I'm not sinking down like I would if it was a full air-filled ROHO cushion. I'm also getting a lot of protection out of this. I have a very, very bony butt, and I tend to get pressure sores if I'm sitting on a hard surface or a cushion that's not very protective. I feel like I get a lot more protection out of the air. I've pressure mapped very, very well on the air. What you want to do with these is you can fill up this little air valve with air, but you don't want to fill it up very much. The idea is that you're sinking as deep as you can into this, and you don't want to bottom out. You want to leave about that much where you can kind of put your hand under it and feel that you're almost bottoming out, but you're not quite. That is giving you a lot of protection because these are basically your new butt cheeks since your bone is pretty much almost exposed. The downside of an air-filled cushion is it can be punctured fairly easily. I think I've had 2 cushions over the last couple years that did get punctures in them. They do come with a patch kit, so you can patch them yourself. Or if it's been over 2 years, a lot of the times insurance will just replace just the cushion part. They won't replace the whole base. So I know that I did get a second cushion out of them for that. The other cushion that is kind of similar is a full ROHO cushion. This is a travel cushion I use for the car if I'm going long distances. You can see it's not very thick because this is not one that you would use full time. But I just wanted to show it because it is a cushion that you would find a full ROHO cushion where it's air-filled in the front, air-filled in the back. Downside of this is doing transfers when you're pressing down on the front. If you don't have a lot of stability, you're kind of sinking in, you're sinking around in the air. If this isn't a cushion that has different pockets in it, you're pushing down air and sometimes it's coming harder on this side or harder on this side, so you're kind of floating around constantly. So I prefer not to have something like this. The cushion that I started out on was a J2, which is this. And a J2 has a similar base as this, hard in the front, but it's actually gel filled in the back. And I didn't really like this as much because I felt like I was constantly having to redistribute the gel. What happens is you'll sink down into the back, each butt bone will sink in, and then all the gel kind of pushes right between your legs, so you're constantly, having to press it back down to redistribute it back. The other downside of a gel-filled cushion is extremely heavy. It does add a couple extra pounds when you're transferring this thing in and out compared to this, which is super lightweight. That does make a big difference. So I did not like the gel as much, felt like it didn't give me quite the protection, so I switched out to the air. The last one, which I don't have, but I have tried, is a Honeycomb cushion. Supercore is the company that pretty much is the main company that I've seen that distributes the Honeycomb. I didn't pressure map that well on it. I figured, hey, maybe pressure map doesn't say everything. So I trialed it for a couple days. I also gave it back, and then 2 years later, when I was trying out my new chair, or trying to get a new chair, I figured, hey, I'll give it another shot. Still didn't pressure map as well on it. I think it just doesn't give me the protection that the air does. Like I said, very bony. Some people that, hey, if you're a little bit bigger, you might have a little more cushion to yourself than I feel like I do. So I think for me, I'm gonna stick with the air cushion. And that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. If I missed anything, let me know and I'll answer your question. Thanks a lot.